Hey there everyone, welcome back to another episode of the 100% run of Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. This is a continuation of the 30 days video I made, so feel free to go watch that one before this one if you want to be caught up. If you want more information on how to 100% Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, you can watch a video I made on the 100% criteria as well. Both of those will be linked in the description. Just a quick heads up, I'll probably cut out a lot of watering, milking, and gift giving in this video and hit the highlights of each day. Rest assured, I will be doing all that stuff, but if I want this video to be under an hour, I'll have to make some concessions. But enough stalling, let's get into the next 90 days. Day 31, and we're back in Forget-Me-Not Valley. We get S milk for the first time, which knocks off a special edition achievement. We plant the winter crops, which consist of strawberries, potatoes, and buy some fertilizer so that we can make some S-ranked crops. We collect our first upseed, which is a super important plant for crop hybrids. Check out my tartan/crop hybrid guide for why. And we finish the day with some fishing and then go to bed. We start day 32 by planting some carrots and fertilizing 1 strawberry and 1 turnip each. We narrowly lose a game of territory capture against Patrick, but we complete our daily tasks and go to bed. Day 33, and we're up at 2 a.m. doing some fishing. The harvest sprites interrupt us to name a new chicken. New follower 𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗄 names the chicken Nugget with a V because I have dyslexia. We plant and water some more strawberries and then sell Van some of our leftover fish. It's day 34, and we're planting more turnips. We spend most of the day trying to get Celia's 4th heart event, not knowing that Muffy's 5th heart event locked it out. I have a remedy for this, but you'll have to stay tuned. The rest of the day is spent fishing, watering, and taking care of animals until it's bedtime. On to day 35, and after checking on the chickens, we get our first golden egg. These really don't do anything other than giving money, but hey, I'll take some extra money. After spending the whole day trying to see the Celia 4 heart event, we realize that Bessie needs a miracle potion, and we go ahead and order that before bed. The night between day 35 and day 36, we have a recollection. It's day 27. We just got done doing some mushrooms and hanging out with the harvest sprites. We walk over to Celia's house and knock on the door. Huzzah, it's her 4th heart event. She takes us down to the spring and tells us about her arranged marriage. We tell her that we would refuse an arranged marriage too when she decides to go back home. We wake up on day 36, confused and in a daze. But we need to water our plants, so we get to it. That afternoon, 𝗙𝗵𝗃 gives Bessie the miracle potion, and we hear some interesting noises. That night, we witness the Starry Night festival and have a grand old time with the gang listening to 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗶's music. After the beautiful event, we go to bed. Day 37 starts with an order for 𝗙𝗵𝗃. We order some chicken feed, the regular watering can, and the wool shears. We give 𝗵𝗲𝗃𝗃 the final flower to become friends with them, then we cut some grass and do some fishing before, you know it, going to bed. Day 38 starts by befriending one of our mortal enemies, Patrick. Even after becoming friends, he takes no mercy on us in another game of territory capture. We sell some milk and eggs to Van and cut some grass before heading out to bed. We start day 39 with a couple special treats. We enter an alternate timeline machine where we travel to a different universe. In this universe, we get Celia's 5th heart event, where we walk in on her, Vesta, and Marlon talking about the arranged marriage. We pretend we don't hear anything and leave. Soon after, Vesta shows up at our house looking for Celia as she's missing. We say she hasn't said anything to us, and we decide to look for her at the spring, but she isn't there. We find her back on our farm, and she confesses her love for us. We feel the same way, and we live happily ever after. Now back into our alternate timeline machine, we go to another universe, where we see Nami's 5th heart event. We go to the inn and ask to see Nami, but she leaves as soon as we see her. We meet her down by the beach, where she says she'll have to go home since no one is looking for extra help. We tell her she can work with us, and she's very happy. After all that jumping in between alternative timelines, we return to the original timeline and truly begin day 39. We start by befriending Cody, then cutting a whole bunch of grass. We end the evening by observing Nina and 𝗵𝗲𝗃𝗃 having one last chat. It is day 40 and the final day of year 1 and chapter 1. It's celebrated by selecting our bride. I put out a community poll before my first video hit recommended and gauged the Twitch chat, and they selected Muffy to be the future wife. We gave her the blue flower and she accepts. Back on the farm, we harvest our first S-rank crops of the playthrough, and watch the cow do a little dance before heading to bed for the last time in year 1. It is day 41, and year 2 begins. We go down to the Blue Bar to meet with our new wife. We make our rounds, see Nami leave the valley, and then time travel. It's a couple years later, and we have a son named Kay. The day begins in earnest as we plant our tomatoes and watermelons. We go down to Galen's new house and clean off Nina's grave. We introduce ourselves to a new character, Kate, then head to the dig site and collect the new dig site items. In this session, we got the horse statue and the silver coin. Some crops are ready for harvest. When we pull them up, we're disappointed to know that the strawberries that we've been fertilizing are only A rank. Oh, wait, was that an S strawberry? It was an A strawberry! Damn it, that doesn't help me. We meet Grant, another new character, down at the bar and his wife Samantha by the water well. We end the day by doing the New Year's festival at Romana's house. Day 42 is underway, and the first thing on the list is to destroy all the carrots that didn't grow in time during the winter. We then go down to the dig site and unearth the tablet that we needed for the chapter, and then we harvest some strawberries and finish the day at Dr. Hardy's new house and get the strange sickle. On day 43, Van comes to town and we buy the ball, blocks, and car for Kay's toy box. Our sheep arrives, and Nom Nom Taylor decides on the name Cactus. We check on Takakura and are introduced to Tartan, the two-headed sentient plant creature that is essential for making hybrid crops and super seeds. We befriend Tartan and upgrade some seeds using the upseed flowers we collected in the winter. We end the day on a surprise cutscene that isn't even on my list, so add one more event to the random event list. It's Grant, coming back from work where he's excited about a promotion. Way to go, Grant. You're the man. Day 44 starts with another cutscene. We drop by Wally's house where he gives us some electric clippers since he doesn't need them anymore. We clean Nina's grave for the second time and create our first hybrid seed, a 𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗶. It ends up dying when the seasons change, so it isn't super important. I just wanted to mention it. We head down to the dig site and get the new fossil, and then get slapped up by Patrick in territory capture. We then drop in on Dr. Hardy's new house, black out, and then he treats us for exhaustion. I told you, we're working hard days in the sun with no health care. After exiting the clinic, we get another cutscene where Samantha and Chris are just outside shooting the breeze, talking about the slow rural lifestyle. On day 45, we find the final dig site item for chapter 2. It's a pretty ore, so I guess we'll see Carter in a couple years. That night, we decide to fish down by the swamp and get our first 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗶. Not a very eventful day, so we just go to bed. On day 46, it's also pretty slow as we spend a lot of time trying to get a couple cutscenes. We give Murray 100G and he goes straight to the bar. I guess Murray's gonna go take the money I gave him and spend it all on alcohol. Kind of rude if you ask me, but we follow him in to confront him, and we get a cutscene that brings Nami back to the valley. Everyone in the bar is commiserating about losing her to the city or wherever she went, but Carter comes in and says he just saw her, like right now. We all run outside, greet Nami, and we tell her she should stay as long as she likes. Day 47, we're up super early to pick up the alarm clock from Grant. He says he doesn't need it anymore, and I graciously accept his hand-me-downs. We harvest some tomatoes that are ripe, and then encounter the first cutscene for the Lights in the Sky achievement. I didn't even know that these cutscenes were in the game, so these are a couple more we have to add. The Harvest Sprites tell us that the Harvest Goddess lives in the spring, and she's sleepy. To wake her up, we need to find a Wonderful. So I think this adds 4 more cutscenes that I don't even know how to get. On day 48, we get another special edition achievement checked off when we wake up using the alarm clock. We go to clean Nina's grave and harvest another A crop that is supposed to be an S. All right, is this an S-rank tomato? It's A, you son of a... Guess we need more fertilizer. We hit up the villa and go to Sebastian's room and get another cutscene where we see that he has a picture of Romana. Pining after that old lady, that's not creepy at all, my man. Day 49 starts with the harvesting of ripe crops and cleaning Nina's grave again. We finally get a win in territory capture. It gets wild in the chat. Yo, Pog! It's that easy, boys. It's that easy. Okay. And we do some fishing and then head to bed. Another A crop that should be an S to start day 50. But today we're working on some recipes. We make a fish stew and unlock hors d'oeuvres and entrees. With those options, we make some potato soup and sashimi. After making some food, we head over to Galen's hut and get the fishing rod G, one of the hardest tools to get in the game. We get 𝗙𝗵𝗲 to be our friend, hang out with the kiddo, then go to bed. It's day 51, and we start the day by planting some summer crops, including a couple S-rank turnips and melons. Of course, we gotta keep stocking up on the 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗶, but it was pretty boring, so we just head to bed. On day 52, we start to see some fruit coming in on the trees. You may see bananas, but all I see is money. We enhance our A-rank seeds with 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗶, and now they have a nice little green dot. If you want to know what that means, check out my tartan/hybrid crop guide. Link in the description. We finish the day by making 39 servings of sashimi to sell to Van, and one version of 200G sashimi for the recipe book. On day 53, we see Van's diet cutscene where he talks about whatever weirdo diet that he's doing at this point in time. And then we went over to Cactus and got some golden wool for the first time, another special edition achievement checked off. We then sold the 39 orders of sashimi to Van for over 7,000G. After that, we ended the day with the Summer Music Festival. Day 54 was the most boring day ever. The only interesting thing that happens was following Rock into the blue bar and getting a cutscene where Griffin plays the guitar. Day 55 begins with me misplacing fertilizer, then harvesting gold in the form of tree seeds from the seed maker. We finish the day by losing another game of territory capture against 𝗙𝗵𝗲 and doing some seed enhancement. Day 56 was also fairly uneventful. Of course, we did our farming tasks, but we also caught Daryl spying on our wife and kid. He runs away and hurts himself in the process. Day 57, on the other hand, is monumental. Van comes to town, and we can finally sell him the fruit seeds that we've been hoarding. After all is said and done, we have over 27,000G that we can spend. We got on a little shopping spree, and buy the regular hoe, and sickle, light hoe, and a star cow. We also get the Lucky Archaeologist cutscene where we find Daryl doing more creepy stuff and Carter being a misogynist. Is that it? Anyway, I'm hungry. Food! Food, I say! Carter's kind of a dick. Day 58 began with the purchasing of the last two tools from the ledger in the form of the light sickle and electric clippers. Our new star cow arrives, and the lovely people in chat decide to name her Nova. The day ended by starting up the money printer again by depositing more tree fruits into the seed maker. It's day 59, and we start the day by harvesting some ripe melons. Be sure to collect all the 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗶 for seed enhancement. It is very important. And then we end the day by cleaning off 𝗙𝗵𝗲. Day 60, and the last day of summer for year 2, starts with the harvest of our first S-rank watermelon and the retrieval of a whole bunch of tree seeds. We restock the seed maker with some S-rank crops and fish up a big 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗶, which is the 14th out of 16 fish that we need to get. We did all of this in the middle of a monsoon, by the way. It was coming down out there. On day 61, we plant the fall crops in the rain, so no water in this morning. We head up to the dig site and grab the all-important gem soils. We end the day by fishing at the spring, trying to get the Arna and Big Arna. It's day 62, and 𝗙𝗵𝗲 needs to be isolated since she will be giving birth soon. For those of you keeping track at home, it takes about 25 to 26 days after the miracle potion is administered to isolate the cow. We make our first super seed using tartan to combine an S-rank melon seed with a gem soil and a 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗶. We harvest our first crop of apples and grapes and head to the bar to get some drinks, which, fun fact, increase your character's happiness. I could think of a joke to put here, but I mean, it's pretty obvious. We harvest some S-rank turnips and potatoes and restock the seed maker. Day 63 is upon us, and we retrieve some more golden wool from Cactus. We're back cooking in the kitchen, and we make some 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗶 salad and mushroom curry, and then we beat Patrick in another game of territory capture. That's 2 wins on the board, ladies and gentlemen. We then got slapped up by his brother 𝗙𝗵𝗲. We decided to take out our anger on Van and force him to shell out another 17 grand for some tree seeds. We finished the day by drinking at the bar with Galen. Much like day 54, day 64 is incredibly uneventful because we literally just take care of our animals, water crops, and fish. Day 65 starts with a cutscene as Romana has come over to deliver us a cat since she can't take another one in. Twitch chat has decided that Zuko will be his name. We clean off Cactus and Nova, then collect a whole bunch of seeds from the seed maker. We end the day with, finally, getting the bath time cutscene. Adding that into the criteria would be like, oh, let's go! Come on! Sorry to yell, but we finally got it. Let's go. We got the bath time cutscene. We decided to take a bath with Kay, where a whole bunch of things happen. What? What happened? What happened in there? Day 66 starts with some grass cutting, gem soil collecting, and ends with some L taking. On to day 67, and we give Murray some pocket change since he's begging. Later that day, Murray shows up to our house and gives us an egg he probably stole from us. Thanks, Murray. It's day 68, and we've made the decision to cut down the orchard. We need to make some space for the S-ring trees that we'll be getting pretty soon. Bessie gives birth to a male cow, and since we're gonna have to sell him, the chat picks a name they won't get attached to. Bubbler. There's a whole story behind this, but I'm gonna keep that between me and Twitch chat. If you know, you know. For those of you still keeping track, that's 6 days after isolation and 32 days after the miracle potion was administered. Day 69. Nice. It's a pretty sad day. It was raining and we lost in territory capture, so we went to the bar to make ourselves feel better. On day 70, a whole bunch of S-ring turnips and melons are ready for harvest. We take some leftover turnips and create our first S-ring tree seeds thanks to Tartan. We head up to the dig site to get the gem soils. Then we head down to the twins' hut and beat Patrick in another game of territory capture. That's 3 wins on the board, baby. Day 71, and it's winter in Forget-Me-Not Valley. We replace the breeze record with a quiet winter record for ambiance and go out to collect our up seeds. We also create our first second-generation hybrid that will grow a berry burr. Yeah! We got it! Let's go! 3rd time's the charms. Day 72 is an exciting day as Bessie is finally giving out regular milk again. So 3 days after giving mother's milk and 35 days after the miracle potion, the cow will give regular milk. We end the day by fishing up an Arna, meaning the last fish we have to catch is the big Arna, and then we got all 16. Not just almost, LOL. What's that? It's an Arna, dude, yeah! Day 73 is a big day. We restock the seed maker with more money, bananas. And speaking of bananas, Vanna's in town. We sell him all of our tree seeds, golden wool, and expensive fish for 15,000 G. Now that we have an exorbitant amount of cash, we purchase the food processing room. To cap off the day, we defeat Patrick again, which makes 4 wins. Day 74 starts with some cleaning. These animals have gotten dirty being inside all winter, and we make sure to get the daily upseed and fish all day in pursuit of that big Arna. On day 75, we have a whole bunch of tree seeds ready for the seed maker. We go ahead and create an S-rank grape seed and plant that bad boy, and then we water our plants, take care of our animals, fish, and then go to bed. Day 76 is very uneventful. We water our crops, take care of the animals, populate the seed maker with some S-rank tomatoes, then we give Murray some money, and get humbled by Patrick. Day 77, and Van is in town. We sell him a whole bunch of stockpile goods and leave with over 35,000 G in our pockets. We head over to Tartan and start hybridizing some trees. We make a Fuju, Orifu, Furum, and an Apage tree. After making those hybrids, the chat also informs me that I can turn off the control UI, which is pretty cool. The button guide in the upper right of the screen. Oh, really? No way. Yo, that's sick. That's the great thing about this game, is that people know stuff about this that I don't, even though I know so much. It's crazy. Day 78 is boring as all hell. Along with our daily tasks, we prepare the big field for some spring crops and drink so much that Griffin has to cut us off. I wouldn't drink anymore if I were you. Okay. A boring day 78 is followed by an exciting day 79. Our food processing room is finally built after 5 days of waiting. We spend most of the afternoon searching for the big Arna, but, it's not gonna happen. So we go back to the farm, pick our ripe strawberries, check on the seed maker, and purchase a marble cow. It's the final day of year 2, and Bubbler is finally ready to leave the calf hutch on day 80, 12 days after his birth. Fortunately for us, but not for him, he's sick. We use the animal medicine on him, and wait to see if he recovers so we can get that special edition achievement. We can't sell a sick animal anyways. 𝗵𝗲 gives us their blessing, so we sell Nugget with a V since he doesn't produce any eggs as a rooster. We make sure to collect the final upseed of the year as our new marble cow is ready to be named. The chat settled on born, owing to my inability to spell brown when we were first deciding which type of cow to purchase. With that, we end year 2. Day 81, in the first day of year 3, begins with the customary spring crop planting. Bubbler is healthy, which means we get the achievement and we can sell him to free up space in the barn. R.I.P. Bubbler. You will be missed. We restock our seed maker with the right potatoes and finish the day fishing. Day 82 is pretty uneventful, watering, ranching, and fishing. However, our first ever hybrid crop, a berry burr, is finally ripe. We celebrate at the blue bar until Griffin cuts us off. Day 83 starts with some seed enhancement. We take over some S-rank strawberry seeds and use a couple happy lamps to make any time planting strawberries. We get some golden wool from our friend Cactus and do some more tree seed hybridizing. Today, we made an Orage, a Landmouge, and a Durum. With Van in town, we finished the day by selling him some seeds and making our way back up to 32 grand. Now, most of day 84 is dedicated to the Big Arna search, which will now be called Big Arna Anglin' Hour. We head down to Jack in the field to hear about what's going on with Big Arna Anglin' Hour. We didn't get one, Jack. Back to you in the studio. Thanks, Jack. With Van in town, we accomplish another achievement and haggle down the price of a goat. Chat names him 𝗵𝗵𝗶 against my better judgment. Along with 𝗵𝗵𝗶, we get the goat milker, which checks off another achievement and a big farm task in acquiring all the possible tools. I'll fill it out just so that I can show you. Can't kill 𝗵𝗵𝗶 now. Call him PETA. We'll fill it out. Oof, it's looking good. Big moment. I think this is maybe our second or third like big major checkoff. We have collected every single tool in the game. We have filled out the tool shed. It is now complete. Day 85 and 86 are literally identical. They're both very boring, where all we do is water crops, take care of animals, and fish, with no major highlights. Day 87 was more of the same, but at least we had some ripe S-rank tomatoes to harvest. We put 4 in the seed maker and used the remaining 2 to turn our B-rank Orage and Durum seeds into S-rank, and we finished the day by planting those bad boys. Day 88 consisted of harvesting the final S-rank tomato, drinking at the bar at noon to restore some spirit, and harvesting some S-rank watermelons. It's day 89, and the remainder of our watermelons are now ready to harvest. We lose to Patrick in a game of territory capture and go down to the bar to drown our sorrows. With a light buzz, we take out the tomato seeds from the seed maker and plant those before bed. It's day 90, the final day of spring for this chapter, and it begins with rain, so no watering for this boy. With that being the case, we now go to Ollie Williams for the Big Arna Anglin' Hour. How's it at the spring, Ollie? Still no Big Arna. Thanks, Ollie. Day 91 is the first day of summer for year 3 and the last day of summer for chapter 2, and Muffy wakes us up to the news that there's ducks in our pond. My wife in real life, not Muffy, Anna, she names them Chip and Joanna. Thanks, Anna. We prepare the field and plant some turnips and melons, then collect all the happy lamps on the map. Rain starts to fall as soon as I start watering the plants for the evening. But with the rain pouring down, I collect all the watermelon seeds from the seed maker and plant those in the big field and call it a day. On day 92, we return to Tartan to finish off the second generation of hybrid trees. We make a 𝗙𝗵𝗄, a 𝗵𝗲𝗃, and a 𝗵𝗔𝗻. With all those second generation trees done, we populate the seed maker with the leftover fruits for future money-making endeavors. We decide to cut some grass since it's getting out of hand, and then lose to Patrick again. It's day 93, and we decide to use the new food processing room to make some butter and cheese. With these new ingredients, a whole slew of recipes are available to make. We make a grape pie, strawberry pie, love cocktail, grilled yam, sweet potato, carrot cake, strawberry cake, peach tart, and mushroom gratin. We sell some leftover fish to Van and start working on befriending Marlin, the last person in the valley who isn't our friend. Day 94 is fairly boring. More watering, ranching, and fishing. However, we do take another W in territory capture against Patrick, propelling the total to 5 wins. On day 95, we have to empty out an entirely full seed maker, pick up all the happy lamps, and sell our seeds to Van to push our bank balance to just under 42,000 G. Our S-rank turnips are ready to be picked, so we deposit 4 into the seed maker and save the remaining for tree seed enhancement. Day 96 is chock full of exciting stuff. We go over to Tartan and rank up the 𝗙𝗻𝗲𝗃, 𝗙𝗵𝗲, 𝗙𝗑𝗑, and Landmooge seeds to S rank, and then plant those in the orchard. We harvest some ripe tomatoes and berry bears before realizing that Nova has grown to an adult cow. We got Nova on day 58, so it took around 38 days, give or take, for her to grow up. We order her a miracle potion, so that means we should get some star milk around day 132-ish? With the newly acquired S-rank tomatoes, we go back to Tartan to finish ranking up the second-gen tree seeds. The 𝗙𝗵𝗲, 𝗵𝗲𝗃, 𝗬𝗏𝗃, and 𝗵𝗲𝗃 seeds are then planted in the orchard. When those fruits come in, making the third generation trees should be super easy and super quick. As we leave the farmhouse, we see Daryl plotting something nefarious while looking at 𝗙ecie. He yells at us when we come up behind him and says he wasn't doing anything suspicious. 𝗙ecie headbutts the fence and scares him away. Day 97 is a day that the miracle potion works on Nova, and it goes off without a hitch. But the rest of the day is fairly uneventful, as we just do our farm tasks and keep working on befriending Marlin. Day 98, Van is back in town, baby. We sell him our goods, and we're back to 42,000 G. We plant a whole bunch of S-rank tomatoes and turnips, and refill the seed maker before bed. Our melons and watermelons are ready to harvest on day 99. Van is in town for the second day in a row, so we sell him just enough of our stockpiled produce to purchase the milking room. We have now purchased all the farm extensions, a massive checkpoint towards 100%. It's the final day of summer for year 3 and day 100. To celebrate, we have another iteration of Big Arna Anglin' Hour. Still no Big Arna! To end the day, we head over to Tartan to combine a carrot seed and sweet potato seed with gem soils for a little experiment. Day 101 and the first day of fall begins with rain, so we can just plant our new fall crops without watering. Nice. Of course, we have to get all the gem soils near the dig site and take out some anger on Patrick for our 6th win in territory capture. We finish the day by planting the S-rank melons we just picked out of the seed maker. Day 102, we clean out the seed maker and collect our first harvest of S-rank apples. The rest of the day consisted of farming and fishing, since it was raining all afternoon. Turnips are ready for harvest on day 103, and Cactus has some golden wool for us. Van set up his booth today, so after giving Murray some money, we sell him our grape seeds. After spending about 60,000 G on the milking room, it's nice to be back above 10,000. Thanks, Van. You a real one. For real, for real. We celebrate not being broke by spending it on alcohol. We fill up the seed maker with turnips and apples, and then head off to bed. Day 104, and the only thing of note is a tomato harvest. The rest of the day is consumed with ranching, watering, and fishing in pursuit of that elusive Big Arna. On day 105, we get woken up by Takakura as he finally finished the milking room 6 days after purchasing it. Do you think he builds it himself or he hires contractors? Anyways, we push 𝗙ecie into the milking room to start training her to go in automatically. We harvest some apples and tomatoes before taking out a bunch of apple seeds from the seed maker and replacing them with tomatoes. After spending way more time than was probably necessary to get the milk drinking contest with Rock, we catch a scene with a super busy valley, which I thought was pretty cool, just seeing everybody out. On day 106, 𝗙cie's run out of milk. We're gonna hold off on giving her a miracle potion, so she'll just hang out and eat fodder for now. We replant the turnips we got from the seed maker and fish until it's time for bed. It's been a couple days, so on day 107, we have some more Big Arna Anglin' Hour. We spent almost 10 hours fishing, but still no Big Arna. I thought getting the 16 fish was gonna be the easy part of this 100% run, but this Big Arna is proving to be incredibly difficult to catch. It's day 108, and the results of our experiment have finally arrived. The sweet potato enhanced with the gem soil grew at the same rate as a regular one. So gem soils do not affect growth speed. That's what I know for sure. I'll be doing some more tests with the gem soil because I'm super curious what they actually do, but right now we're gonna put pause. We're gonna press pause on that. We fill up the seed maker with a bunch of produce and get some of the rare fall forageables. With Van in town, we sell him some more seeds for a tidy profit, and we buy a body hyper because I'm curious to see what it does. But I guess it's just a stamina potion? Our guy says it doesn't taste very good, so we wash it down with some drinks at the Blue Bar. Snow begins to fall on day 109. Eventually, it turns to rain, so no watering, and some melons and carrots are finally ready for harvest. So we go pick up some gem soils, head over to the seed maker, where we replace the new apple seeds with the melons. On day 110, the final day of fall for the chapter, a harvest of melons and carrots is ready. We also plant some strawberries. And finally, after 38 days and so many hours, in-game and out-of-game hours, spent fishing, we fish up the big Arna. Have you tried politely asking the pond for the big Arna? Sure, let's try it. Please, pond, please, spring. I would really like this big Arna. If you would bless me with the big Arna, I will do something. I don't know. I'll include a portion of the video dedicated to the spring. Thank you. What is it? Is that the big Arna? Let's go! Woohoo! No way! That was the next toss after I said I would include a bit about the spring. Holy shit. No way, dude. I'm sure you can tell that my reaction alone is enough to tell you how much of a grind getting this fish was. When I started the challenge, I honestly thought getting all 16 fish was going to be a cakewalk. I mean, it's just fish, right? It should be easy. But thus far, this part of the challenge was the most difficult because of this fish right here, the big Arna. In the clip of me actually getting the fish, I said I would dedicate a portion of the video to the spring. So here it is. Upon the ice lake, the owl receives a vision. Thank you for the fish. A haiku. Following our massive achievement on day 111, and the first day of winter, by the way, is spent harvesting turnips, planting potatoes and carrots, and purchasing a bunch of fertilizer that goes on to not matter for a couple of reasons, but I'll leave you in suspense. We beat Patrick in territory capture for our 7th win, and then we go back to back. We defeat Casey for the first time and get our 8th win. We end this day by doing some hybridizing by making the Berrytoma, the Delon, the Mellotoma, the D-Bay, the Berrytoe, and the Trady. And we go ahead and enhance them with upseeds and happy lamps so that we can plant them right now. Day 112, and we get our first snow of the winter season. We make some goat butter and some goat cheese for fun, and then we beat Patrick for our 9th win. But don't mention that we lost to Casey directly after. We finish the day by cutting a whole lot of grass. On day 113, we pick up right where we left off by cutting out another portion of grass. We then sell a good number of items to Van to get back above 20,000 G. We make sure to collect the upseeds and give Marlon some more gifts. We finish off the day with some hybridizing by making and planting a bashbur seed. On day 114, we buy some good fodder because someone in chat said that we can make good goat milk if we fed 𝗵𝗵𝗶 the good fodder. It didn't end up working, at least when I tried it. Maybe if I did it earlier. So we'll just say we bought it for tax reasons. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We also finally befriended everyone in the valley with Marlon. All right, there you go. There's your apple. I know you like apples. That's a crop that you grow, right? You did a good job. Can you have a taste? Yes, you can. Are you my friend yet? Here's my friend. Let's go. There it is. That's the last friend I need. We decided to celebrate this milestone by making some hybrids. Tartan spits out a Rory and 𝗙𝗍𝗍, which instantly get enhanced and planted. We defeat Patrick for the 9th time, making it 10 wins. Let's go. If this was a special edition, he would have given us a record, but it isn't, so he doesn't. Nevertheless, it's progress towards 100%. I'll let it be known now that I'm going to continue to play them in territory capture, but all that will occur off screen. However, I will update you every time we hit 20 wins, 30 wins, and so on. There's no part of the challenge that's like beat them 100 times, but it's something to do on stream and everybody seems to enjoy it. It's day 115, and the only notable event that took place is that I finished cutting down all the grass. However, on day 116, we hatched a brand new hen. Chat decides to name her Doug. With Doug now in the coop, we have to get rid of a rooster. Product is sacrificed, so RIP Product. And I think it's only fair that I give ProdDC another shout out, since they named the chicken that is being sold. On day 117, I discovered that you can combine seeds with tartan to make hybrids. I have played the Friends of Mineral Town remake, and I have played the original Friends of Mineral Town and Magical Melody. Technically, those are Stories of Seasons, Harvest Moon games, but those are the only ones I've played. Rucksack is a rare word. I barely hear someone say it. When I was a kid, my dad bought me an old military surplus backpack. What the? What? Wait, what just happened? That's the wrong song. Did I combine two things I shouldn't have? Oh no. Oh no. He made it to talk. Whoa, 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 whoa. What just happened? What just happened? A Totaro seed. I combined a carrot seed with a potato seed on accident and made it. I didn't know you could combine the seeds. I thought it had to. Whoa. My Tartan hybrid guide is now completely ruined. That's a joke. It's still fine. It's just, I didn't know that you could combine two seeds. But now you can, and there you go. That's what I'm adding. There, that's it. Nevertheless, we make a Totaro and a 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗹 seed, and we restock the seed maker. On day 118, we order a miracle potion for Born. Getting all the different types of milk isn't really on my 100% list, but I'm fairly certain that some of the recipes that I need to make require marble milk and brown milk. Speaking of collecting, I buy all the drinks from Van because I want them, and then I finish off the day with some drinking at the Blue Bar. It's day 119, and Born's miracle potion is ready. The bowl used for the miracle potion has trouble performing, but Takakura gets it to work. Later that day, some of our hybrid crops are ready for harvest, and we end the day by vibing out with 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗹. It's day 120, baby. It's the final day of the video. It's the final day of year 3. It's the final day of chapter 2, and it begins with rain. We say goodbye to the current versions of Lumina and Kay, as they'll be growing up in the next chapter. After that, we go home and put ourselves and chapter 2 to bed. Now that we made it to this point, it's time to take stock of what we've completed. Of the 16 major tasks, we've completed 6 by acquiring the farm extensions, the 18 tools, befriending every character, seeing all the festivals and heart events, and catching every type of fish. We've made great progress in the hybrid crop arena, as we only have a couple more second generation produce to create, and we'll soon be making third generation trees. We've dipped our toes into the recipe book, but we're gonna have to wait until we have a backlog of second and third generation crops until we make any real headway. And of course, we only need the brown cow to finish filling out the barn. Unfortunately, many of the other tasks are simply impossible to complete at this point, because they can only occur in later chapters. These include the tasks at the dig site, getting the teddy bear, collecting some of the extra items like Cody's painting, and seeing some cutscenes. Speaking of cutscenes, I've realized that we've seen some cutscenes that aren't on my original list of 33. Of course, I'm going out of my way to try and see every cutscene possible. But I've come to the decision that it's inevitable that some of them will fall between the cracks. We've currently seen 24 cutscenes, but at this point, I honestly have no clue how many there actually are. So I'm adding an asterisk to this requirement. I've spent an ungodly amount of time looking for a website, a list, a guide, a YouTube playlist, just anything that has any reliability on what cutscenes you can and can't see in the original edition as opposed to Another Wonderful Life and a special edition, and I can't find anything. So every cutscene that I can find is great, but at this point, it is what it is. With that being said, we've made fantastic progress in the 100%. And I'd venture to say that we're about 70% done after only 2 chapters. Of course, a lot of the next couple chapters will be spent hybridizing, completing recipes, and figuring out how to get as many cutscenes as possible. If you're still watching the video at this point, I just wanted to thank you personally for your time and support. When I made the first 100% video, there was really no ambition behind it. It was just like a little fun creative project because the remake was coming out and this is one of my favorite games. I didn't, do it to become a YouTuber, make 100 views, get partnered, get 1,000 subscribers, whatever. It was just something I wanted to do. And I'm sitting here now, and that video has almost 70,000 views, and I'm at almost 2,000 subscribers at the time of recording. And it's all thanks to you guys. I mean, you guys are the reason that I make these videos, and you're the reason I get to share this game with so many people. It just really means a lot to me that you guys take the time to watch the video and that you subscribe, and it's an amazing experience that I didn't think I would ever have. Just as a reminder, I'm streaming this 100% run live. So follow me on Twitch, on Twitter, and join the Discord if you want to know the next time I go live. Those links are in the description. If you enjoy my content and want to support me, hit subscribe, like the video, and enable notifications. If you have any questions for me at all, or want to point something out I missed, or want to help with the YouTube algorithm, wink wink nudge nudge, leave a comment and I'll make sure I respond. Thanks so much for watching my video and watching all my videos. I can't tell you how much it means to me that there are so many people who have commented about their experience with this game, how they played it with loved ones just like I did, and it just really puts everything into perspective. It makes me appreciate the video making process, streaming, and just everything that I do so much more. I hope you guys have a lovely 2022 holiday season, and I hope to see you soon.